and Clive Davis, have they ever had anything past business? Because to me, they seem to mirror each other behavior wise. Like to me, they both got like that dark energy around them. But I almost wonder, like, well, damn, did they ever have anything sexual?
Oh God. And don't tell me that Andre Harrell got touched by Clive Davis too.
Because he's a trafficker. And he's using music and entertainment traffic.
No one should be surprised that Diddy and Clive are making news once again for the same reason. They bask in the spotlight while being the subject of rumors and gossip. Diddy is in trouble again, this time because Jaguar Wright spoke up about Diddy's abusive behavior. Jacqueline Suzette Wright Johnson, better known by her stage name Jaguar Wright, is an American singer, composer, and narrator. She is notorious for her candid, often uninvited, commentary about the music industry. She has shamelessly revealed several well-known treasures and seems intent on causing even more harm. Considering the harsh realities she often speaks out against, her fame and good reputation come as something of a surprise. In response to one of her Mission Discover Mr. XYZ interviews, a devoted follower wrote, "The fact that no artist she's ever mentioned has sued her for defamation of character means it's true, and she's bunch of many names. Not many famous people have escaped her wrath, but Sean Combs, better known by his stage as Diddy, is her most recent mark. Now, though, his avaricious nature has brought him widespread criticism. He is said to have close ties to powerful people who have helped him maintain his position at the top for a long time and continue to do so. His boss and guide, Clive Davis, is a prime example.
My second marriage failed because I had been 100% heterosexual up until that point.
Diddy's admission that he used sexual favors to keep bad boy recordings successful lends credence to these rumors. There are also rumors floating around as to how Diddy's record label became so successful. For decades, people have talked about how Diddy got his 1994 deal by being on his knees for Clive Davis. Now, where does Clive come into all of this? After all, it was his job to frame the image. The 90-year-old musician turned producer recently came out. In fact, Clive had had 2 failed marriages to heterosexual partners before coming out as gay. Many in the audience and among the musicians have been taken aback by this stunning revelation. A supporter wrote, "I find it interesting that Clive decides to come out at this time. He could have lived out his life in secrecy and none the wiser. Strange world we are living in." Furthermore, it enlightened viewers on the inner workings of the Hollywood business. Clive was a major player in the music industry, and he connected us with a wide range of artists, including P. Diddy. This power game shows that in order to remain at the top, players must submit to the whims of fate, just like Diddy did when he bowed to Clive. Yet it appears the tide has turned recently. The teacher is now the student. This is something that was brought up by Jaguar Wright in a recent interview regarding Diddy. First, she claims that Diddy has an unhealthy obsession with authority. He got this treatment because he was under Clive Davis's influence. Look at it with me.
We think he's just an extreme narcissist who loves power. He loves the ability to manipulate and control people.
Upon hearing this, a supporter commented, "My question is, how does she know everything?" Pause, she called out almost everybody. Do she be there watching everything? As fishy as Ms. Wright knows everything is, we can't dispute that her claims are prone to a tone of supposition. After all, what business does an old man have with a 23-year-old young guy to have supported his music career as much as Clive did Diddy? They must have been in a relationship, for sure. However, her other indictments seem reasonable too. When a person endures oppression and domination for a long time, that lifestyle becomes a part of his personality. The only change is that instead of being subservient, you become the one inflicting superiority upon others, which in worse situations rises to criminal impulses. Diddy, not wanting to fall behind in any scenario, apparently might have resorted to that too, proved by this footage by Ms. Wright, who unashamedly accuses Diddy of being a sex trafficker who exploits his art and his stature in the industry to pave the way for this brutality.
Because he's a trafficker. And he's using music and entertainment to traffic.
It is no surprise that Clive's long-term gay relationship was with Diddy. The semantics of this partnership elaborate that their relationship expanded beyond a conventional student-mentor pattern into a more sexual character. But Clive has kept it under the wraps the details of his 5-year-long partner, his activities, and social occasions, designating Diddy as a constant beside him. So, there we have it, the cat is finally out of the box. This mentor, mentee-turned-love interest is the reason Diddy has made it this far in the industry and has stayed in the ocean full of sharks for so long. He had the best teacher, after all. But it does not stop there. Diddy has made it his mission in life to learn from the best and incorporate their wisdom into his own life. And Usher Raymond is evidence of that fact in the flesh. He, too, is a member of the music industry and, sadly, counts Diddy and Clive as friends. History repeated itself when Diddy apparently became a young 10-year-old Usher's mentor in the same way Clive became his. Usher, then 14 years old, moved in with Diddy on the pretense of being a naive mentee. Do you find that to be redundant? Anyway, we've acquired evidence showing Diddy accidentally gave up the details of his connection with Usher.
Day one, we used to wake up and, pause, but like that's how,
However, no amount of denial at this point could undo the damage done by his gaffe. Several conclusions and speculations were used to capture the scene. Despite Usher's refusal to reveal any juicy details about the interior, the listeners made their own assumptions. Did you believe the singer would finally clean up his act after that? Still not yet? Also, Diddy was accused of pressuring Christopher Williams to engage in sexual misconduct. Ex-Bodyguard Gene Deal has brought to light Diddy's sexually perverted character. According to his statement, he has personal knowledge of Diddy's gay activities.
He picked quite a few of them down. Oh no, you're okay. He put them in the bag. So when I went by there and I looked up there and it said butt plugs.
Gene continued by claiming that women would set up and lure men to Diddy's secret parties. Not only that, but there have been whispers for some time that Will Smith and Diddy are secretly gay lovers. This has been confirmed by multiple members of their inner circle. They went on to say that both of these musicians have frequented gay bars and participated in a variety of homosexual behaviors. Jane is in trouble because she was totally serious when she said,
"Ride together,
we die together.
Bad marriage for life."
They are in an open marriage, as both Jada and her possessive husband, Will Smith, have repeatedly stated. They'd been spotted with other people, and they claim they still hold each other in high regard despite their many romantic pairings. Will Smith says it's not about losing affection for each other, it's friendship versus marital captivity, in one of the interviews to explain the limits of his marriage.
What does it mean to love in freedom?
The simple idea is it's friendship versus marital prison.
Will Smith's silence on the gruesome circumstances of his relationship with Diddy could not prevent further damage to Diddy's already damaged reputation. Because of all the buzz, Diddy's career and reputation are in jeopardy. It seems inevitable that Diddy, who is at his most successful when he is loved and adored by the public, will eventually fall from grace in the face of all this hostility. There have been numerous inquiries initiated by the transformation of his supporters into his opponents. Indeed, it must be disheartening to see your hero transform overnight into a ruthless villain as scandal follows scandal. Diddy admitted in a recent interview that he is, in fact, poisonous.
But are you toxic?
Yeah.
Although some have chosen compassion by saying, "I feel bad for Diddy's children," because when all his hot mess shit comes out, it's not going to be a happy day for them. Diddy has been a hot mess, and I don't even know him. But what is already out is horrible. Money isn't everything. When you are a child and have to face your parents' truth that is bad, face the public, face friends and family is priceless. Money has no meaning. This may affect them mentally and physically. People are cruel and have no limit to expressing mess. One fan even went on to say, Diddy will come out in the next 5 minutes 10 years. They need to have a surviving Clive and Diddy. In response to this catastrophe, some people have simply resorted to violence. A hateful person who has finally had enough said, Diddy will go down. It's just a matter of time. So long as Diddy does not come clean about his sexual orientation, we can only speculate. That's all for now. Until next time, bye.